The story begins with a young boy named Ivan who went hunting with his grandfather in a cold region of Russia. Ivan's grandfather tied his horse with bait so that if any animal came to hunt the horse, Ivan could kill it with his sniper rifle. However, when a wolf appeared, Ivan became frightened and missed his target. The story then moves to the present day when Ivan had become a soldier in the Russian army. It was 1942, the year World War II had begun. By then, Hitler had conquered half of Europe. Hitler's next target was to capture Russia, but to do so, he would have to pass through a city called Stalingrad. This task was not so easy. The Russian Red Army was already stationed in Stalingrad. However, the Red Army strength was low. Therefore, many Russian soldiers were sent by train to Stalingrad to join the Red Army and defeat the German army. Ivan was also included. As soon as the soldiers arrived in Stalingrad, all of them were put in boats so they could cross the river and go to the battlefield. But before they could cross the river, many German planes attacked their boats. Many Russian boats sank in this attack and many Russian soldiers died. But luckily, Ivan survived the attack and somehow reached the shore. Due to this attack, many weapons of the Russian army were washed away in the water. So, the senior officers divided all the soldiers into groups of 2 where one person in each group was given a rifle and the other was given bullets for that rifle. During this time, Ivan got only a few bullets and his companion got 1 rifle. If Ivan also wanted a gun, he would have to kill a German soldier and take his gun from him. As soon as the orders were received, the Russian army attacked the German soldiers and started advancing rapidly. Meanwhile, the German soldiers also responded to this attack and rained bombs on the Russian army. In this attack, many Russian soldiers were killed, and Ivan's comrade was among them. Ivan tried to pick up his comrade's rifle, but another soldier pushed him away and took it before him. Meanwhile, the German soldiers began to overwhelm the Russian soldiers, and seeing this, many Russians fled for their lives. However, upon returning, senior Russian officers killed them because they were fleeing the battle. After a few hours of fighting, German soldiers captured Stalingrad and the entire city was filled with the dead bodies of Russian soldiers. Meanwhile, when a Russian vehicle passed through Stalingrad, German soldiers attacked it with a tank. But before the vehicle could explode, a Russian officer named Danny Laff emerged from inside. This man printed newspapers for the Russian army. Before the German army could catch him, Danny Laff got out of his vehicle and hid among the dead bodies of Russian soldiers. When the German soldiers approached him, they opened fire on all the surrounding bodies. Although Danny Laff was lucky, he wasn't hit by a single bullet, but the surrounding bodies made him vomit. As soon as the German soldiers left, Danny Lowe crawled forward and saw a German officer who was about to take a bath. Seeing this, he picked up a gun lying nearby and started aiming at the German officer. Just then, a living man emerged from among the corpses. This man was none other than Ivan. Ivan forbade Danny from firing and told him to wait for a missile to land so that the explosion would prevent anyone from hearing the gunshot. However, Danny Laff was afraid to fire, so he handed the rifle to Ivan and asked him to kill the German officer. Ivan took the rifle and started aiming at the German officer. As soon as a missile exploded, Ivan killed the German officer with a headshot. Due to the explosion, no one heard the gunshot. As soon as the next explosion occurred, he killed another soldier. This time, a different German. The soldier saw him and immediately lay down on the ground and tried to throw a bomb at Ivan, but Ivan killed him in time. The last soldier present sensed something was amiss, so he ran away. Ivan stood his ground and killed the last German soldier. The two then arrived at the Russian army headquarters where Danny Lowe published an article in the newspaper describing how Ivan killed 4 German soldiers and a German commander. Next, we see the Russian army commander who was very tense because the Russian army's defenses had weakened significantly over the past few months. The commander called a meeting and asked the senior officers for a way to boost his army's morale so that his soldiers could confront the Germans and free Stalingrad from German hands. Danny Lowe told the commander that if they wanted to win the war, they must instill hope in the hearts of their soldiers. And for this, they needed a hero. Here, Danilov told the commander about Ivan and proposed publishing his story in the newspaper to awaken hope in the hearts of the Russian army and inspire the country's youth to emulate Ivan. The commander liked the idea and decided to act on it. Danilov published Ivan's story in the newspaper, and Ivan quickly became a hero to the entire nation. He was transferred to a sniper team. After joining the sniper team, Ivan killed 33 German soldiers and forced 13 German commanders to resign their ranks. Days passed like this and Ivan killed German officers one by one. One day, while Ivan was on a mission, he met a little boy named Sasha. Remember this child because he will give a new twist to this entire story. Sasha was overjoyed to see Ivan and brought him home. Sasha's mother was also overjoyed to see Ivan and took great care of him. After a while, Danilov also came to Sasha's house and showed Ivan all the letters his fans had sent him. Then a girl named Tanya came to Sasha's house. Tanya, also a Russian soldier, protected Russians from German soldiers. Danilov immediately fell in love with Tanya. But Tanya admired Ivan and constantly listened to stories of his bravery. During the conversation, Sasha told Kic that he had met Ivan and that Ivan visited his home regularly. Hearing this, Kic lured the boy with food and asked him about the hideout from where Ivan carried out his missions. To maintain Kic's trust, Sasha told him Ivan's location from where Ivan secretly hunted German soldiers. Upon receiving this information, Kic went to the hideout and lay in wait for Ivan. Meanwhile, Sasha was waiting for Ivan. When Ivan arrived, Sasha told him everything about Kic's plan. After learning all this, Ivan also set out for the hideout. To outsmart Kic, he began moving through a pipeline. Kic was aiming at the main gate when he heard noises coming from the pipeline. Upon hearing this, he immediately changed his position and waited for whoever was in the pipeline to come out. As soon as Ivan and his companion emerged, Konik fired at them. Ivan's companion was injured in the attack, and Ivan dropped his rifle. However, Ivan took cover in time and told his companion to return to headquarters. He then tied his knife to a rope and tried to pull his rifle back, but Kic fired, severing the rope in two. At that very moment, German planes bombed the area, causing glass fragments from the building to fall around Ivan. Konik saw Ivan's reflection in the glass fragments and lay in wait for Ivan to make even the slightest movement, ready to shoot him. Meanwhile, Ivan's injured comrade arrived at headquarters and told Danilov and Tanya everything. Upon hearing this, Tanya picked up a gun and immediately ran to Ivan's aid. She passed through the pipeline and reached Ivan. As soon as she emerged from the pipeline, Ivan shouted to her, telling her Khan's location and telling her to hide behind the pipes. Ivan used his brain and told Tanya to point a mirror at Kic, pointing it at him. Tanya did the same, shining a piece of glass into Konik's eyes. This blinded Kic for a few seconds. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Ivan picked up his gun and shot Kic in the hand. Kic fled immediately after being shot. Ivan and Tanya returned to their headquarters. That evening, they celebrated their small victory, and the other Russian soldiers praised Ivan for accurately hitting Kic within seconds. After this, Ivan and Danny laughed together. Ivan approached him and refused to publish his story in the newspaper. Ivan said that he didn't want to be a war hero and wanted to fight this war as a simple sniper. Danilov told him that he had to become a war hero because hearing his stories motivated all the soldiers in the Russian army. After this, Danilov called Sasha, who told Ivan that when he cleaned Kic's shoes, he noticed yellow mud on them. And this kind of mud usually occurred around chemical factories. Sasha then took him to the chemical factory where Ivan hid among the dead bodies of Russian soldiers and waited for Kic. Meanwhile, Ivan fell asleep, and while he was fast asleep, Kic passed right in front of him. At the same time, a German soldier was stealing wallets from the dead Russian soldiers. While doing so, his hand landed on Ivan, and assuming Ivan to be dead, the soldier took his wallet from his pocket. Ian stayed still because if he made even the slightest movement, the German soldier would have killed him. The German soldier then went to his commander and showed him Ivan's ID card. Seeing the ID card, the commander was convinced that Ivan was dead. So, he called Canuck to him and asked him to pack his belongings. On the other hand, when the Russian commander received the news of Ivan's death, the ground slipped from under his feet. He called for Danilov and asked him to suppress this news because if the Russian army learned that their hero had been killed by the Germans, they would all be devastated. After this, Danilov went to Tanya and informed her of Ivan's death. At first, Tanya did not believe it, but when she heard the news of Ivan's death on German radio, it was as if her heart sank. On the other hand, we see Kic getting his shoes cleaned by Sasha. During this, Sasha had tears in his eyes because he was very sad about Ivan's death. Seeing this, Khan became suspicious, wondering why a supposed German spy like Sasha would be so sad about the death of a Russian soldier. To test Sasha's loyalty, Kik calmly told him that Ivan was still alive because he had not killed him yet. Then Kik told Sasha that he had found a very good place near the railway station from where he could see the entire Stalingrad and that tomorrow morning he would go there to try to find Ivan. Sasha immediately went to Danilo and told him everything about Konnik's new hideout. Upon receiving this news, Tanya immediately left for the station because she wanted to avenge Ivan's death by killing Kic. After some time, Ivan reached his headquarters and everyone was shocked to see him alive. When Ivan came to know that Tanya had gone to the station to kill Koig, he ran after her to save her life. On the other hand, we see Koig who was hiding and waiting for Ivan. Then his eyes fell on a man with a sniper rifle on his back and he was moving forward. Koig mistook this man for Ivan and waited for him to come out. But in reality, this man was not Ivan, but Tanya. Before Tanya could leave, Ivan stopped her at the last moment. Tanya was overjoyed to see Ivan alive. During their conversation, Tanya confessed her love for him. They kissed. The next morning, Sasha arrived at the station to meet Ivan, where Koig was already waiting. Koig had already figured out that Sasha was a double agent and had betrayed the Germans. Koig then killed Sasha and hung her body in the middle of the city. When Tanya saw Sasha's dead body, she flew into a rage and picked up her gun to kill Koig. Ivan stopped her and promised her that he would avenge Sasha by killing Koig. Afterward, German soldiers attacked the Stalingrad, causing chaos. Seeing all this, Tanya went to Sasha's mother to ask her to take them on a boat and get them out of the city. Tanya lied to Sasha's mother, saying that Sasha betrayed Russia and joined hands with German soldiers. Afterward, they all ran for the boat. But midway, a German missile landed directly near Tanya, leaving her severely injured. A doctor examined Tanya and declared that her survival was now impossible. Hearing this, Danilov was heartbroken. He deeply loved Tanya and felt responsible for her death. Danilov then went to Ivan and informed him of Tanya's death. Ivan was also deeply saddened by this news and tears welled up in his eyes. To find out Koig's location, Danilov exposed himself and upon seeing this, Koig shot him. Koig thought he might have killed Ivan, but Ivan remained hidden for the next several hours. When Koig saw no movement, he began to go to the scene to confirm the kill. As soon as he crossed the railway line, his vehicle sank. His gaze fell on Ivan, who was waiting for him with a gun drawn. Here, Koig accepted his defeat and showed respect to Ivan by taking off his cap. Without delay, Ivan headshot Koig and placed his gun near Danilov's body as a mark of respect. 2 months after this incident, the Russian army drove out the Germans and recaptured the Stalingrad. A few days later, Ivan received a letter from Tanya in which she informed him that she was admitted to a hospital and was much better than before. After this, Ivan went to meet Tanya and seeing her alive before his eyes brought him back to life. I hope you liked today's story. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel.